guys, it's Ro. Welcome to another Nerdy Nummies. Today we're going to be doing something 4th of July themed because it's just in a few days. We are going to be making Captain America ice cream sandwiches. You guys were suggesting something Avengers, and I just saw the new Captain America movie and I loved it, so I thought this would be a perfect fit. And last time I made ice cream sandwiches, I had a little bit of difficulty working with the ice cream, but I have since developed a new technique, so let's get started. I'm gonna be using the same cookie recipe as the Pokemon cookies, so the things you will need will be 2½ cups of flour, 1¼ cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of regular sugar. I know it's weird. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup of butter, and 1 egg. You'll also need 2 food coloring dyes. We've got Super Red and Royal Blue for our Captain America colors, vanilla ice cream, and a circle cookie cutter. I've got these, they're 3 inches by 2 inches tall, and then a little star. Let's put it all together. Dee-dee! The first thing that you're gonna do is to take a baking pan, and you're gonna take a piece of wax paper or parchment paper, whatever you wanna use, and I've cut it to fit in the pan. You're just gonna lay it down, and this is the new technique that I'm gonna try out. It worked way better than last time. So you're gonna take your vanilla ice cream, and you're gonna scoop the ice cream into the pan and pack it down to lay it flat and then put it in the freezer. Once you've got all the ice cream in there and you've smoothed it out, you're just gonna put this in the freezer and we're gonna make our cookies. To make our cookies, you're gonna need 2 mixing bowls, one for our wet ingredients and one for our dry ingredients. In the little bowl, we're gonna put in our dry ingredients. We're gonna put in flour, baking soda, and salt. And then you're gonna whisk them together. This is a very large whisk. Oh my goodness. Why do I own this? Now you're gonna put this aside and we're gonna make our wet ingredients. You're gonna take your 2 sticks of butter, and they should be very soft. You want them to be room temperature. Put them in the bowl, and you're gonna take your powdered sugar and add your regular sugar. Then you're gonna mix together for a few minutes until everything's smooth, and then we're gonna add the egg and vanilla extract. And then you're gonna mix again until everything's combined. Once you got the wet ingredients all mixed together, now you're gonna gradually add the flour and keep mixing until everything is doughy. Doughy's a word. Once you've got your cookie dough all mixed together, we are gonna divide it into 3 bowls. We're gonna put a smaller amount in the bowl that we're gonna dye blue, a medium amount which will stay white or just stay regular cookie dough, and then a larger amount in the bowl that we're gonna dye red. I'm just gonna add a few drops of red to this cookie dough and mix it around, and then a few drops of royal blue to this little cookie dough and mix it around. Now we've got our cookie dough dyed red, white, and blue, and now we are gonna stick them in the fridge to let them chill. And to do that, you're just gonna take a piece of saran wrap and we're gonna wrap up our cookie dough before we put it in the fridge. So you're just gonna pick up your cookie dough like this, ta-da! Put it right in the middle, and then you're gonna wrap it up tight so it doesn't dry out. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. While the cookie dough is chilling, I'm gonna be doing a decoration thing that is optional. You don't have to do it. So what we're gonna take is a little bit of white dough, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour, put it on the table, and I'm gonna be making little stars. These are little decoration details that are gonna go on top of the cookie. If you don't wanna do this, you can use frosting to frost on a star afterwards. Whatever you wanna do, this is totally optional. And cut out little stars. Now we're gonna take our little star cookies and put them in the oven. I'm setting the oven at 350 and I'm baking them for 3 minutes, but keep your eye on them because these little guys bake so quickly and you don't wanna burn them. But these are gonna go on top of our cookie. Once your cookie dough has chilled, what you're gonna do is start with blue and red. I've rolled out the blue cookie dough to look like a little round log. Perfect, that's what we want. We just set them aside. And now we're gonna roll out our red cookie dough. So you're gonna take a smaller chunk of the red cookie dough, leave the bigger chunk over here. Once you've got your red cookie dough rolled out, you're gonna take your blue cookie dough and we're just gonna paint a little bit of egg wash all the way around it. Egg wash is just egg white and a little bit of water. This will help the doughs stick together in the freezer. Now, you're just gonna take this cookie dough, put it right at the top of the red, and this is a neat trick. You're gonna lift up your piece of wax paper. This will help you roll them together. And just keep lifting up and rolling. After you've got it rolled, you're just gonna cut off the excess. Now you're just gonna do the same thing with the white cookie dough. Once you've got your cookie doughs all layered, it kind of looks like a big cookie burrito. We're gonna roll it in wax paper and put it in the fridge and let it chill for an hour. I just took the cookie burrito out of the freezer and I cut it in half so you could see what it would look like. On this end, this is the burrito end, and it's okay if it looks messy because the ends don't matter, it's okay. So when you cut it in half, that will be the shape. Isn't that perfect? It looks just like Captain America's shield. That's what we want. So to get your cookies, you just take a big cutting knife on a cutting board here, and you're doing about 1/4 inch, and you're just gonna cut straight down. Boop. And look at that. Now that we've got our Captain America cookies, you're gonna set your oven to 375 and bake these from 7 to 9 minutes. Just keep your eye on them. While the cookies are baking, you're gonna take out your ice cream tray and the round cookie cutter, and we're gonna cut out the middle part of our ice cream sandwiches. So this is the new technique. I'm still developing as I go, but what you do is you put the cookie cutter right into the tray, and to give it a good push, I'm gonna put on my oven mitt because I don't have a little safety grip at the top, and press down. Gotta use all my body weight. And pull them out of there. Look at that, perfect. Once I get my ice cream sandwich middles all cut out, I'm just gonna stick these in the freezer so they keep their shape. Now that our cookies are done baking, we are going to assemble them. Avengers assemble. So we're gonna take 3, and these are gonna be the tops, and I'm gonna take my little star cookies, and we're gonna stick them right in the middle, and I'm gonna use a little bit of just regular cookie icing to stick them together. Now we're gonna assemble the whole sandwich. What you're gonna do is take your bottom cookie, and I flipped it upside down, just like that. And then we're gonna take a piece of ice cream and put it on there. You gotta move fast, because these will melt. Woo! Woo, cold. And you're gonna put it on the top, and ta-da! And then you're gonna do that to all your ice cream sandwiches. Ta-da! Here are the Captain America ice cream sandwiches with the new ice cream technique. I hope you guys liked it. It was a lot easier than last time. If you guys have any other ideas for any of the nutty nummies, please let me know. Leave me a comment down there, down below, and I'll do my best to make it happen. I'll also post lots of pictures of these little sandwiches on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. And if you guys ever make these, please send me pictures. I love seeing your baking creations. I get a big kick out of it. It just makes my day. And happy 4th of July, and thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye. Me.